Okay, we are now back into our regular session of McMinnville Water and Light Commission meeting. It shows that we are live on YouTube. And so I think what I'll do very quickly is if, Sam, if you can cue us up on John's review, and then I think we have a motion that we need to bring forward.
Okay. What is before the commission is a draft review for the general manager. I think you've all received a copy of it. And so I'd be looking for direction on approving the form of review, directing me to finalize it for the mayor's signature and for John's signature. And then also for direction regarding the salary recommendation. So for adjustment to salary.
So Ed, I'll call on you.
Mr. Mayor, I want to bring forward a motion and a recommendation. First, I want to say we kind of joke about, sticking somebody with the assignment, but I do enjoy doing this, and I appreciate the opportunity to help the board in that. So the form we used again this year was the one that had been developed previously. It's the form that Sam has told me that we used to evaluate the rest of employees. So there's uniformity to that. All of you scored John high on everything, and Jody and I, as your subcommittee, met, talked to John, went over stuff. Some of you had a couple of items that we wanted to talk about that were some bumps in the road during the year, and we did discuss those. In the end, we want to bring you that we think John either meets or exceeds all of our expectations, and certainly meets or exceeds his job description. And in doing so, we'd like to recommend to you that John be given a 5% wage increase. I will tell you, having done the research on the wages in the Milliman tables and stuff, John is underpaid by comparison for people of like utilities net. And when we get done with this, I'd like to propose something else to you.
So we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Second.
Right, and I'm going to understand that the wage increase is effective on his anniversary date of November.
Correct. Yes, go back to October or so, whatever it was.
And November 1.
November 1st.
Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? And so, Sam, you can formalize that evaluation, and then that salary increase will be backdated to November 1st. Ed, you have another item.
Mayor, I think it's evaluations we've done the last couple of years. We've watched John, grow into his position. I'm very concerned about making sure John's salaries is within a good range within the marketplace. I don't want to lose John. We don't want to lose John. To that end, then, I'm offering to work with Sam and John to come up and see what the Northwest market is, and try and get as good of information say over the next 3 or 4 months, and bring it back to the board and look at what does it take, what should our employee be paid in this current market. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but
Yes.
I'd be interested in hearing that.
okay.
I too.
All right.
Thank you.
And I appreciate Ed and Jody and Sam putting this together and handling it this way. It's not easy to do it correctly, and I think we did do it correctly. So thank you all.
I can't commend Sam enough. I love to heckle him and tease him, but you all know that I've been doing this for years and kind of flying on my own with a lot of the stuff. I remember Mayor Olson kind of saying, well, I don't like the form. And I'd smile at him and say, well, bring me a new form and I'll do it. And each year I kept using it. And Sam came along and gave us more structure. So thank you, Sam. And I really love to heckle you about it, but I appreciate the structure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Okay, we are to that point in our agenda this evening. General manager comments, John?
So I think the comment I would have is, well, thank you for the raise. And also I would like to, the staff, I think for the, through this whole COVID has really stepped up. We've had, people working from home, people, having to swap. It's just been, but, it's been tough, but everybody has really stepped up. And I think staff definitely should be commended by the commission and hopefully the public on the way they perform their jobs during this time. I mean, I think back 102 years ago, 1919, the Spanish flu epidemic. We have been through this as a utility in the past. And, we've been around that long. And
Wow.
when you start thinking about it from that perspective, I mean, I think back then our staff stepped up at that time as well. And I think they've done a tremendous job doing, what they have to do to get the job done.
Which reminds me, you and I've had this conversation a couple different times. We've got to get busy before some of us croak and get our history rewritten.
Yes, I know Trina's working on that. We have talked in the last few weeks about where that's at, but you're right. That's something that we need to get that down on paper.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
Sounds
if
like
we
a good
ever-
internship project.
That would be
Actually,
great.
we have. I know where you're going on that one.
I go.
The crazy thing is that I love to bring John staff and that to organizations and have them tell our story, and it's just a fun story. And if we had a handbook that had our history to hand out, which we've done in the past and resurrect stuff, but we haven't had anybody. Last person was our dad was a chemistry professor at
That's
at
right.
Linfield. She did our Katie Hewitt did our Catherine Hewitt.
She's in the process of updating that for us.
Okay, well, super.
Yeah,
Anyway, we talked about that. Yeah.
That's my comment. So
Thank you, John.
John, I agree with you that staff has done an incredible job. It must be very difficult to do this, and please tell them that the commission really appreciates it.
okay, definitely.
We'd love to put a big feed on for him, but
Hard to eat through the damn mask, right?
Right.
We'll cut a hole in it for the straw.
I've got peanut butter stains on mine. So
Is that
Anyway.
quite smooth?
well, listen, we're gonna adjourn here shortly, but I want to wish everybody a very blessed Merry Christmas and safe New Year.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You as well.
I'm going to open it up for the commissioners' comments. Any comments from the commissioners?
I've talked to them.
I just have one comment, and this is just a professional courtesy. I appreciate the additional opportunities to learn more about the commission as well as the utility. But my time is not my own, I should say. So if you have special assignments for me, could you make them when I'm at the meeting? Because I was caught off guard with the opportunity to participate in the review. And I want to make sure that I can dedicate the time and make sure that I can give fully of myself to the assignments of this commission. So I just ask that give assignments to me only when I'm in the meeting.
Don't blame the staff.
I did not. In fact, Sam was quite kind in explaining. He had 2 meetings with me to explain the process. So I really do appreciate the time that he spent with me. But the first question I asked him at the first meeting was, did I say yes to this? And he said, actually, no, you weren't at the meeting. I said, then I shall tell the commissioners how I would like to proceed. So that's just professional courtesy. I'd like to get
Duly
assignments
noted.
when at a meeting.
Duly noted, and you keep talking about professional courtesy, but miss a meeting, and guess what, kid?
No.
We're going to give you the ball.
But will hurt.
You did, Jody. You did great. You did great.
We
You
hear you, Joey.
got a great skill set.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I have one piece of business. At our last city council meeting, Ed Gormley's term on Water and Light has come up at the end of the year, and we unanimously appointed him to another 4 years to serve on the Water and Light.
God, I'll be
Congratulations, Ed.
I'll be carrying the logo to my casket.
So again, thank you, Ed. We've talked about that.
Well, thank you. I just, you know, now I love working with everybody. So
Absolutely. We have information in our packet, financials. And so if nothing else, again, long meeting this evening, but good dialogue and a lot accomplished. So I'll adjourn the meeting and thank everyone. And as Ed says,
Thank you.
happy holidays and just be safe.
Ed said Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, Ed.
Merry Christmas.
See you guys.